1 year ago, the streets of Beirut were filled with hope. For the first time in living memory, mass protests demanding a change to the long-established political elite were not divided along sectarian lines. Lebanon's diverse people became united in their demands for change.
When I got to the street, we felt something different. We started hearing people, seeing people act differently, and it was something big. What it really did is it opened up the space for us to dream about what we could do. It made us really imagine things that we could achieve.
After 2 weeks of protests, Prime Minister Saad Hariri resigned. Buoyed by their success, protesters continued their rallies and demanded all other politicians follow suit. But sectarianism continued to divide the new government.
When the new government was formed with Hassan Diab, it was the first blow, because then we realized that we're back into the same power-sharing sectarian system. So again, we have a problem of the Shia representation, the Christian representation, and the Sunni representation, and how they're going to divide the pie between them again. And then we know that, like with Hassan Diab, he only was the reflection of the same corrupt, criminal political elite.
Meanwhile, the already flailing economy, which had fueled the protests, was crumbling fast.
We had a triple crisis, basically, the sovereign debt crisis, currency crisis, and a banking crisis all together. And this is based basically on the same fundamentals that we don't produce anything. We just take money from outside, invest it in the public treasury, where the politicians spend it in corruption.
The value of the Lebanese pound began to fall, reaching a quarter of its worth.
So, for example, a middle-class family, let's say the father works as a teacher in the state, he gets paid around $1,000 at that time, or $1.5 million. All of a sudden, this $1.5 million is worth basically $150 in the black market. This means he cannot afford most of the groceries if he wants to, because Lebanon, again, imports 80% of its needs from the outside world.
Then the explosion in Beirut's port hit in August. 300,000 people were displaced from their homes. 6,500 were injured and nearly 200 were killed. Estimates to rebuild are in the billions of dollars. It's money the country doesn't have.
Unfortunately, in this particular moment, we're back into square zero. So we're talking about a Saad Hariri government. That would be as if nothing happened for the whole year, as if we didn't lose everything we lost in the whole year. And having the same representation of the elite. My hope is that we take agency again and create the same momentum that we had a year ago and try to preempt even further destruction of the country. We cannot afford it anymore. We're tired, we're suffering, we can't. Enough.
So many people still want the political change that they were fighting for this time last year. But the devastation in their lives means most people have to focus on fighting for survival. Imogen Kimber, TRT World, Beirut.